Hello, my name is Kefka14, and today I'm going to be doing a walkthrough / tutorial for any percent of Macbat 64 on the Nintendo Switch. Before getting started, there's a few key differences to note between the PC release and the Switch release. The biggest difference being that Macbat's movement is quite a bit faster in the Switch version. Still, it's entirely up to you which version you play, although this particular tutorial will be more in line with the Switch version, which is something to keep in mind. If you play on PC, you'll notice you'll be moving quite a bit slower. Anyway, timing begins when you press the jump button to start the first stage, not right here when you press the jump button to open the book. So the first level is Beginner's Bar. Timing begins as soon as you press jump on this, and 3, 2, 1. Hold the plus button right here. You'll notice the letter A pop up. See how the game paused right there? That you can sort of see the start menu. Let me unpause so that it can come through. So if you hold start for too long, that's what can happen. One thing that is kind of annoying is that the text prompt, let me show you, for both of these cutscenes begins with the letter A. So it's kind of difficult to see when both cutscenes have passed. One thing that you can do to alleviate this is switch the game to German. This may seem like a strange idea, but in German, the two cutscenes start with different letters, and it's a little easier to tell when to let go of the plus button. So, notice you have VB, let go. Okay, now you're going to start right here. Immediately to our left, you'll see this parrot right here. He's sort of the point of this stage. I don't speak German, but essentially he is saying to grab a drink and sit down and he'll tell us a story, and that is our goal. In order to get a drink, we have to come over to the bartender here. He's telling us that it is 3 coins to purchase a cup of tea, so we need 3 coins. Well, we can see 1 coin immediately to our right. So as soon as you load into the stage, you can begin mashing to fly up and grab the coin. Let me show you what that looks like. So again, hold plus, VB, let go, grab the coin. You can immediately see the second coin right there. You're going to want to hold down right and come up here because there's a door here that we're going to go through. In this room here, there's a very simple puzzle. If you look here, you see this little wheel. It has arrows pointing to the right. You want to come onto this wheel and walk to the left, and it'll open the hatch that is right here. So there's a couple ways about this. One thing that's a little interesting is there's no loading zones between transition screens. So you need to know which direction to hold very quickly as you pass through if you want to have good short lines. And that's one of the more challenging aspects of running this game, I would say. Anyhow, there's a couple ways you can come onto this wheel. You can flap once and then go left. You can also just walk onto the wheel. Speaking of flapping, let's talk about that. So with Macbat, you can flap 9 times before you can't flap anymore, and the game will simply make you lower to the ground. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Notice, no more flaps. We slowly float to the ground. You can maximize the height on these pretty easily. Anyhow, come onto the wheel and walk left. When you notice it's about at the edge like that, you can go ahead and fly through. There's a couple ways to fly into it. The easiest way is to flap about twice, then try to line yourself up with it and just go on through. You can't go back up through once you fall down. Another interesting thing worth noting is if you hold A, or rather the not jump button, Macbat will fall faster to the ground. This is going to be very useful in a few key places, including in this stage. Anyhow, notice in this room we have a camera. We talk to the camera, can't read what he says, but actually let's switch it back to English so that we can read what it says. Sorry, but I can't let anybody down to the pump. So the pump is down here in this hatch, similar to the last room. We talk to this guy back here. You sometimes wonder if the camera will get dizzy if you run it around in circles. Obviously, you can come on the ground and run in circles, but that's pretty slow. The best way about this is to not even land on the ground at all, but as you come down through the hole, kind of stay up towards the top of him and you can make him spin in circles faster. Now, when you come over to the hatch hole over here, hold A to go down fast. Go straight to this fish and talk to him. You'll immediately get a coin. That's our third coin. If you look in the bottom left of the screen, you'll see a pipe. It's best not to go into the water and then try to go to it because your water movement is extremely slow. Try to stay in the air and then hold A to fall down into it. It'll bring you back here at the bar. You're going to want to hold down right and then up left to immediately grab the cup of tea. So bam, bam, like so. Then we're going to hold down left, flap once, and hold start as soon as you go into the light of that barrel. That will skip the couple cutscenes that are there. And that's stage 1. It's extremely short. There's a lot going on in it for as short as it is. I will now do a no reset run of it, just so that you can see what it looks like in real time, done quickly. So again, timing would start in 3, 2, 1. Hold start through the 2 cutscenes. Coin, coin, come down through the door, turn this in the hole, deactivate the camera, fall through, talk to the fish, oops, missed the coin, oops, grab that, flutter over, hold start. Very short stage. Most of the stages in this game are very short. Level 1 is no exception, but that is Beginner's Bar. It's very easy, very straightforward. It's a great stage to practice general movement mechanics in due to the tight spaces. It's also a great stage to practice transitioning through different areas. As I said before, there is no actual proper loading zone. Let's do it again. 3, 2, 1, go. Hold start. Start mashing A. You don't want to mash too many times and lose Macbat's flight. Hit the wheel. Down the hole. Make the camera dizzy. Down the hole. Fish. Into the tube. Cup of tea. Flap. Hold start. Very simple stage. Very quick. Very straightforward. Happy running.